So a 400 plus mile review of the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4. I've tried all 4 iterations of the Endorphin Speed line. It was actually the shoe that got me back into running when they came out with the Speed 1, which is still considered by many the game changer. So these have 400 miles in them. As I've stated in other videos, 5'11", about 200 pounds. I run around a 5:30 mile, sub 20 minute 5K, and like a 1:40 half marathon. These are the results. I think these are great because you could use them for everything. I think a lot of people like to use these for speed work, but I ran a half marathon last March in them, and through the first 7 to 9.5 miles, they felt great. Then the last 3, I wish there was a little bit more to them. You know, these do not have the carbon plate in here. You know, I believe it's the nylon plate, but, you know, I just wanted a little bit more extra oomph, so to speak. But these held up great. I did a lot of training miles, long runs, short runs, fast runs, track workouts. It's just sort of the shoe that does it all. You know, I like that it's pretty breathable, but the only issue I have is once I got over like 250 to 300 miles, it started to feel like it was getting a little narrow. I don't know if the shoe was like, compressing is really not the right word, but like this connected tongue, everything just started to feel a little bit more narrow. As you can see, the checkered bottom still held up pretty good. Some pretty bad wear off on my toe. Typically right here on older versions on the lateral part of the shoe, this always comes off for me in all the Endorphin Speed models. As you can see here, always the same spot. But, you know, for $170 or whatever these cost back when they came out, and now you could find them for like $120 now that the Endorphin Speed 5s are out, I think these are a pretty good buy. I know a lot of people didn't like these as much as the 3rd and the 4th, but to me these were, or the 3rd I should say, but these are a little bit more stable. And just like all the Endorphin Speeds, they just hold up really good. I think this is your best do-it-all shoe. For me, it's, once it hit the 350 to 360 miles, it started becoming a little bit uncomfortable if I was going slow. Still pretty good for speed work. And for me, you know, I never had a problem running in the rain with these. I did a lot of workouts in the slippery, cold winters here in New York, and no problems. And overall, I rate this shoe a 9 out of 10, and I'm very excited to try the new Endorphin Speed 5s.